Throughout my last few speeches, I've talked about my passion for traveling and experiencing new cultures. But today I'm going to inform you about my absolute favorite place to travel. Copenhagen, Denmark is one of the most underrated cities in the world, and Denmark is not often thought about when people are planning upcoming European vacations. And while consistently being named one of the happiest countries in the world, Denmark is the founder of the lifestyle known as hygge, and is home to so many attractions and unique qualities that people are not aware of. According to a 2016 National Geographic report of world's happiest countries, Denmark tops the list. The study takes a strong government, a sense of community, respect for one another, and overall quality of life all into consideration. And since the reporting began in 2012, Denmark has consistently been ranked within the top 5. I've been to Denmark 3 times now, along with several other countries, and I completely agree with the findings of National Geographic. The Danish are so friendly, and they'll look out for pretty much anybody before looking out for themselves. The food is absolutely delicious. The shopping is equally as good as Paris, if not even better. There's always something to do. They have universal health care, and students are encouraged to go to school, so they're paid to go to school. A healthy lifestyle is encouraged through a sugar tax, and walking and biking being like the main sources of transportation, and as a result, people are living a lot longer. So my question for you is, how could you not be happy when you get to experience all of this firsthand? And the Danish have a word for all of this happiness. Hygge is a Danish word that cannot be translated in any language. There is a very rough translation for the word, and it's like coziness. And this book is sort of a way to try to come up with the translation and how you can implement the Danish way of life into your own life. And since there's no exact interpretation, it's really up to you to kind of determine what it means to you and how you can use it in your own life. And the book mentions several traditions that set the Danes apart from the rest of the world. Anything from candles to recipes to caring for the environment. And hygge focuses on being wholesome and learning to appreciate even the smallest of things, which is why the Danish consistently find themselves at the top of the list in terms of world's happiest countries. And as I mentioned earlier, Copenhagen is home to some of the most fashionable stores and designers in the world, in my opinion. Each time I go there, I'll pack super light on the way there and then just do a ton of shopping and come home with like a completely new wardrobe. And in addition to great shopping, there are several landmarks that make Denmark so beautiful. There are many castles, and it kind of adds to like a historical feel of any other European city, rather. And Denmark has a king and a queen, which makes the place feel super old, like the 1500s. They also have those guards, the giant fur hats that guard the castles, and I think those guys are so cool. I don't know, I just think it's funny. In addition to the castles, there are several ancient churches that again add to like this old feel when compared to the United States. Denmark is responsible for the Little Mermaid fairy tale. As you can see in the photo, there's actually a statue like in the harbor that's like a huge tourist attraction, but the statue's kind of lame. It's super small, so I was pretty disappointed. And there's actually a neighborhood in Copenhagen known as Christiania, and in this neighborhood, it's full of artists that live in like these little shacks. It's a super terrible area, and like there's a market where they just sell their art and stuff, and it's actually really cool to go in there and see. Like these people are super weird, like they don't even consider themselves to be a part of society really, and like marijuana is sold and grown on every corner, so you just walk in and the smell hits you right in the face, and like the police don't even care, so they just kind of do their own thing. And this is actually where Lucas Graham is from, the guy that sings that song 7 Years. He's from that little marijuana shack village. And lastly, Denmark is responsible for the Lego. So next time you step on one and feel like you're about to die, you can thank the Danish. And although Denmark is home to just 5.7 million people, hygge and happiness are what make Denmark such an intriguing place. The country's attractions add not only to a historical feel, but add a modern feel to the city as well. Copenhagen is my favorite city in the world, and not just because of the endless possibilities and entertainment, but the happiness felt there is truly no exaggeration. When planning a European vacation, Paris and London and all these other cool European cities sound fun, and they are, but I just feel like Denmark tends to get lost in the shuffle just because it is so small and it doesn't have like that one major attraction. But if you want to experience genuine happiness and an overall great time, visit Copenhagen and try to uncover your own meaning